Hey, Bjorn, Strongndarm here. Welcome back to RimWorld Alpha 16. I said I wasn't going to start a new series until Alpha 17 came out, and here I am. I got tired of waiting. It's been a week. I've been going through RimWorld withdrawals here, but we are going to do something a little bit different this time. We are going to go Cassandra Extreme. And let's go ahead and make a big world. It'll take a minute, so let's get back when it's all done being made, and I'll explain what I'm thinking. Here we are, and as I'm looking around the map here, nice big globe to look at, pretty sweet. But what I am thinking is, the last several series have gone really well. We've had stories that are basically stories of triumph over adversity. And we haven't had a story of, death and despair yet, or for quite some time. So to really kind of make it hard, we're going to pick a random site. Gave me a temperate forest. That was very nice of it. And 3 just random colonists. I'm going to click 3 times on the randomize tab for each one of these. And let's see. Eric Teddy Smith, but he's not here. All right. And we'll just look at who these people are when we're down on the planet. And we'll see how long does it take us to all die a horrible, horrible death. The 3 of you awake in your crypto sleep sarcophagi to the sound of sirens and ripping metal. You barely get to the escape pods before the ship is torn apart. Sometime later, you land on this unknown RimWorld. As pieces of the shredded starship fall around you, you start making plans to survive. Wow, middle of nowhere. All right, is this an ancient danger? Before I even do anything else, I want to find that out. It's not. So we actually have a nice little room we can start off with. But before we do that, who are these people? Now, if you really, really want to be part of the colony of death and despair, you are welcome to it. But I'm not assuming anything at this point. People might want to save their chance to be in a colony until, something good is likely to come of it. Have a chance for, surviving for a little while. A little bit of not dying is always nice. But so who we have here, we have Rambo, a collector, female Rambo. 35 years old, 167 years alive, but 35 in biological age. She grew up in a cave complex deep beneath the surface of the inhospitable world. She worked with the other children tending to the tribe's fungus crops. And as she got older, she became obsessed with old machines and arcane pieces of technology. She obtained them wherever she could and loved taking them apart to see how they worked. She had a habit of talking about her collection long after people around her had stopped listening. I might know something about that. Yeah. She's a brawler, a teetotaler, and a masochist. And she's got lots of skills. Brawler gets you that. Likes to craft, has a passion for it, likes to research, has a passion, good at growing. Wow, that was a great role. Bud here, good shot and incredibly social. I like the sound of that. He was a child spy. Says children are often presumed innocent and can be ideal as spies. Bud was trained in the art of infiltration and information gathering when she was just, she was just 9 years old. Oh, she's 72, only 82 years chronologically. And then she became a counselor. A terrifying trauma when she was an adult caused her to develop a serious eating disorder. With counseling, she learned to have a healthier relationship with food and decided to put her new skills to use helping others overcome their emotional problems. Chemical interest, aesthetic, and a hard worker. Social is her main thing, and some shooting. We can find work for her as well. And Matt Furious Freeman. Dr. Freeman, although not a doctor. He was an apocalypse survivor. He's only 17, so doesn't have any kind of adult thing going on at all. But he's a fast walker, slightly deaf, which is really nice. Not a terrible shot. And other than that, he's, you just do whatever we want him to. So we're going to give him the pistol. Bud here, she's going to get the survival rifle, and Rambo gets the knife. She's better be good or you're going to get the knife. And then, is she drafted? Yeah, she is. And then let's go ahead and deconstruct this right away. And then we can actually use this area for like a a little starting area. A little faster, guys. I'm going to move our stuff in there so it doesn't deteriorate. Come on, big money, no whammies. All right, area revealed. I like that. Is it not roofed? I see, it looked roofed. It wasn't roofed. Let's claim it. Where's the claim button? Hello? I don't see the... Oh, I guess I can just... I don't know. Let's make a stockpile zone in here for right now. Let's go ahead and put a roof over this as well. And maybe even a nice little wooden door. A nice little starter spot. Our work, okay. We'll leave it on check marks for just this minute. We're gonna have to, as soon as we get everything moved, and everyone can do the hauling. Once that is finished, let's start, let's see, let's make a few beds. For right now, we'll just, actually, people get grumpy. Let's go ahead and make a few bedrooms off to the side. Because people will get grumpy if we don't. Let's see, someone's an ascetic. Who's the ascetic again? Bud is an ascetic. So we'll have one little crappy room for Bud. Right, like that. And then those are not fantastic rooms, but they'll do for now. And some beds in there, and probably some doors would be smart. And go! Get to work, everybody. Now, we've got only one constructor. There's also our grower and miner. That could go bad. So, probably Furious... Let's see. That's a 2. You're a 5 and you're a 4. Let's have... let's see. I guess Bud can kind of focus on hauling as well. But, right. We'll start this way. And we need to start also getting some growing in right away. So it looks like... our rich soil, we have some rich, not a lot, but a bit of rich soil right here. Let's put in just a starter rice growing zone. And while that's going on, I'm going to have a little look around at what else is going on around here. We're going to probably, oh, here's some more stuff to get sorted out. Do we have a hunter? Bud is our hunter. That's probably not a bad idea. Once we get... I think some power and like a freezer up. Also Rambo should be doing research. This is terrible. Rambo can do everything well, and nobody else can. I mean, like everything we want to get done is best done by Rambo. But Rambo is not the only person doing the growing, right? Oh, yeah. No, Furious, you can do some growing too. In fact, let's go ahead and do some manual priorities. So one's, of course, all down the front, like usual. And then, yeah, everyone can be a 1 for flicking. Someday someone's going to have a passion for flicking. I'm going to love it. But, yeah, go ahead and handle, I guess. Hunt before you handle. And then like haul and clean before you do this kind of arts and craftsy stuff. But if you're going to craft, you should be able to do these things as well. I think looks good for right now. Crafting, maybe we'll start on some blocks here pretty soon. But Furious, you're a terrible cook. Let's see. Constructing, growing, I think is the right thing to do. Let's take Rambo. Let's see. Researching, then cook. Actually, let's do cooking, then researching. Then she does not need to be the miner. We can let Bud do the mining. Smith and the crafting kind of stuff after that. That sounds pretty good, I think. And let's get some power up and running right away as well. Let's actually look at what's this bit of the map like? So what's our terrain? We've got, wow, we only have a 30-day growing periods, the 6th of spring to the 6th of fall. That's like half the year. It's the 12th of spring now, so we probably should be like focused on growing a whole lot right now. Average temperature, winter gets to -9. We're going to have to start getting ready for a cold winter. And it doesn't really tell me about wind, so I don't really know about wind. All right, so be it. So let's actually hold it. Let me back up here again. We're pretty central, so I think we should get, like, the days should remain kind of the same throughout. So solar probably is not a terrible idea. Let's put it, let's see. I'm thinking, I mean, this is terrible for defense, the shape of everything. I'm thinking, let's put it up here, because we've got this here as well. Maybe like about here. And then we can eventually kind of make like a like power area up here to be you know, like getting on with. The steel wall there. There will be a raid in the not too distant future. So we should be getting some sort of ready for that as well. Although I wonder what the best way to do that is, since we don't, there's like, this is super not very defensible. Maybe one thing we can do actually is just put, for right now, it's kind of like that and like this. And what I want these to be actually is chunks. And we'll do a couple more of these. So maybe one kind of like over here a bit. And one, be careful, but they can't. Will it, now actually I don't know. Will it, yeah, it'll go there actually. So we can kind of, you know, block it off a little bit that way. And, hold on, get rid of that one. Let's extend this one out. And this one also for chunks. Hold it. Yeah, copy that setting, paste it over to here. And now let's move some chunks. Let's get these guys moved. They're gonna be like our defense. And so if our hauler dude can just get them kind of moved around real quick, that would be real smart. Now, this is made, we probably should chop down the wood around it. I don't know, actually. I never did check, ever, if that makes any sort of difference, but I think it might. And a battery would be a smart move. I often put the batteries kind of, like, really close to the power. I think this time I won't. I'll put one right there, and we'll do the whole spot for a couple batteries, and then battery right there. A little bit of power coming down, and let's also, I want to do a couple things. So production, simple research bench. I know it's outdoors, it'll slow us down, but so be it. And then get working on a freezer. And I'm going to put the freezer, I think, right here. So let's... maybe a little bit bigger. There we go. It's not huge. It's going to have to be made bigger at some point, I'm sure. But that's going to be... that's going to be our starter freezer, and then I'll plan on expanding it down like this way, and then we can expand our kind of growing. We'll be expanding in this direction as time goes on, I think, is the way to do this. And let's see, how are we on our supplies? Not fantastic. A little more wood probably, and lots of these stone chunks are getting all moved around. So people are sleeping, we're going to let them sleep and kind of come back to them in the morning. All right, Furious is up and at 'em. He's He's going to town here, doing what he needs to do. Let's have somebody chop down these plants so we get that wood before they all die off from being frozen. And actually, who is... Furious is our plant cutter. It says we need defenses, and they're not wrong, but we kind of have some makeshift defenses in a way. I mean, I know they're not going to be good enough. We're going to get trashed in our first raid, I'm sure. But, you know, so be it. This is what we've got so far. All right, that's put in. That's done. And so now I think it's a little bit of hunting time, because we've got to be getting ready for the winter. The winter is gonna be pretty drastic, I think. We'll hunt some rabbits, hares, I guess I should say. Oh, there's more food here. Let's not lose those. They're deteriorating, but slowly. Here's a couple of turkeys, just in time for Thanksgiving. Actually, no, because it's still spring, but, you know. And a couple more. That's a good start. I'm not totally, you know, not totally stoked about that. The rat, not hungry for rat, thank you. And everyone's keeping busy. We've got a research bench up. I think the thing we need to be working on, we need to be working towards turrets. Like, that's got to be our next priority, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, Rambo, when you're not doing the growing, you need to be working on that. Now, we also should get some more growing in now that we've got that started. We should start with, or add in, I should say, maybe, oops, I didn't want that. Dang it. Oh well. That's what happened. So that, we got a little more rice. It's fine. More rice is good. And let's see. Maybe right over here. Right over here is where we will put... No, hold on. We'll put over here some heel root. And then let's also put in maybe... Not a lot. It's a little bit. Dang it. That's all heel root. I did it a second time. Come on, Bjorn. All right, put it down here. Down here, we'll put in some... so word for this stuff. Smoke leaf. Yeah, get that smoke leaf done. And let's also put... I gotta remember that this here is going to be my food supply with preferred priority. And this needs to be set down to freezer-like temperatures. Oops. Alright, that should do it. We've got a visitor. Her name is Ergo Cervexa. Ergo Cogito Sum. I don't think that's her name. Come on down, lady. And, Furious. Can you actually... No. Just to haul it. Oh, right. Animal corpses have got to go in here. Hunting is useless if I'm not doing that. So, Furious, stop what you're doing and haul that corpse. There's probably a bunch of dead corpses all hanging around that have... Now, I gotta find them. Actually, maybe you don't have to... Maybe not that hard. So... just the one. Alright, maybe it's not so bad. Alright, there's one. Someone should just be hauling, actually. Bud, why don't you haul first? Not clean. Haul first, then hunt. I think that's the way to do this. And we're... Okay, things are going reasonably not too terrible so far. We'll get some mining done. There's some steel right here that could be useful. Some components there that might be useful. Some useful things. Useful things might be useful. Okay, Furious thinks we should give our faction a name. What should our faction be called? Small Hope. And I can't say this, so I'm not going to call it this. I'm just going to call this thing Camp by the Rock. All right, here we are. Camp by the Rock. Which rock? This one right here. This is the rock that we're by. Oh my goodness, Furious had a freaking heart attack. Oh my gosh. He was a wake up at it. He's high on wake up. Wait a minute. When do you have his last dose? We don't have any wake up around here. Anyway, I'm thinking that gave him a heart attack, and I think the only thing I can do for a heart attack is give him a transplant. Holy cow, I think he's gonna die. I mean, Rambo, oh, you're not signing a doctor. Who's the doctor? Bud, you're the doctor. Bud, can you treat Furious? Like, what do you even do for a heart attack? Besides, give him some medicine. He's gonna patch up his heart attack? I mean, what does that even do? Well, that came out of nowhere. So what? I don't even know what you're doing with all this. Less pain, maybe? As a percentage, it's debilitating at 96. I think we're going to lose Furious, guys. I don't think this is something we can... Oh, it just keeps trying over and over and over to stabilize him, I think. And it didn't work. So Bud, having seen that it did not, in fact, work, had some lunch and went kind of wandering around. Well, you know, that's sad. That's sad. Bud had a heart attack at the age of freaking 17. So let this be a lesson to you, children. Don't do drugs. He woke up high on wake up, and look what happened to Bud. All right, Bud, we barely knew ye, and you're getting a wood sarcophagus somewhere that actually you weren't even the ascetic, were you? It's kind of a weird that you ended up with that. Let's put the sarcophagus maybe out a little ways. We'll put it out by the rock. Sarcophagus guy by the rock, I think, is the spot for that. So, Bud, you're going to haul the dead turkey. I guess that's probably a good thing. I mean, hauling your dead comrade might be a smart thing too, but, you know, you can't win them all. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is important. We can't have these people rotting. But, oh, you're the one who's a 1 for hauling. That's why you're doing that. So we have, like, no major constructor. I guess probably Rambo should be back to constructing. A local squirrel has gone mad. I'm not going to mess around with this, actually, because I've had experiences before with squirrels and infections. So I'm gonna have Rambo kite it, actually. Let's see. But you move back to here. Rambo, you like move down to here. I think, yeah, I'll stay on Rambo. All right. Little more meat for the eating here. Wow. So, yeah, Bud. Man, Bud. I'm sorry you have an awful sarcophagus, but... Can you actually strip him and then bury him? We bury people naked around here. Whoa, he had to wake up on him. Yeah, don't do drugs, kid. Wait, no, we're figured... Oh, wait, I said it's for Bud, didn't I? Silly me. Furious. It's for Furious. Yeah, let's bury him. Let's see how everyone's doing now. Yeah, pretty happy actually, despite the colonist died. A -3 for that and a +8 for the sarcophagus. I almost feel like, oh, but you witnessed the death and it was a friend, so you have even more. So you're doing a little rougher. So that's really too bad. But anyway, that was sad, but we got to keep on trying to survive. So let's go ahead. We're going to make a little more room around here. And yeah, I'm going to do it like this. I'm a little worried that it means people are going to pass through these, which I don't really want, but these are going to be the kitchen and the butchering room. So let's see. I guess we could do electric stove. Put it right there. It'll have an outdoor penalty, but not for very long. And we'll bring the conduit down. That should be close enough that it can attach. And then we'll put the butchering table right there. Right, and yeah, and there we have it. And let's see, who was it that was an ascetic? I forgot this. It was Bud. So Bud, you get this bed here. You get the crappy room. And yeah, you get that built. And we need to start doing some cooking as well. Bud, okay, no, you moved that for me. Some butchering and some cooking. We're gonna beat on that. And what am I forgetting? I feel like I'm forgetting something really, really important. Maybe it's time for a second one of these. Although I don't think that's what I'm forgetting. That's just, you know, a fact about what time it is. But is that... am I not getting... Oh, the power's not all the way in yet. That's why. That bit right there is still waiting. Probably because the tree's got to get chopped down. Which is fair. Get that done. That's really warming up this room in here. No. Rambo, please finish that one. All right, it's cooling back down now. Wanderer joins. We've got Rosalina, a surgeon, who is not that great at medicine. She's 41. She was an apocalypse survivor. She was born during a time of unrest on her homeworld as climate change threatened mass starvation and flooding. As she grew up, the situation worsened. Billions died in peaceful states, descended into anarchy. Rosalina and her parents did whatever they had to do to survive. So she's actually a not half bad shooter, and she came with a steel gladius, but I'll probably switch her out for that pistol. And then she was a glitter world surgeon, which means her job mostly involved elaborate and creative cosmetic surgeries, a good understanding of human biology, but never had to remove a cancer or a bullet. She's a slowpoke pyro, which sucks, and she's too smart, which is great. She wants to mine and likes animals, and probably is going to suddenly get stuck doing a bunch of construction. We have one firefighter. That's fantastic. That's my favorite. By which I mean, that's not my favorite. Let's see. We could actually... let's have it this way, where Rosalina will... let's see. Oh, we lost one of our growers, too. Let's have... Yeah, Rosalina will prioritize constructing, and then Rambo can prioritize the growing. Let's do it that way, because... Yeah, I don't... Rambo, I think, is the only one who has the ability to... the ability to plant the heal root. So yeah, she's doing it now, which is good. And maybe we should move a few more of these blocks around. Probably at some point we should also get started on like making blocks, like not blocks, making bricks. But I feel like actually right now these are our priorities. Probably it'd be a good time to make some sort of place for eating meals and stuff too, though. Well, let me think about that while everybody sleeps. All right, the morning's come. Rosalina has no pants, is unhappy about it. We're just gonna have her, she's gonna, I mean, let's see. So, unhappy nudity is, actually that's not on here. Because that's Rambo, that's why. Where's Rosalina? There we go. And unhappy nudity is a -6. Come wear these synthread pants. That's a -3. That's a good trade. That's a good trade. And we definitely, I think, should be we should definitely move this. Actually, I put it. I made it too small when I started. Let's move it down to here. And I always forget that I should just make this like. I can just use the make it one for chunks. But anyway, we'll delete that. We'll set all these to be moved. So we'll move that down to there. A little more room, and then we can like maybe make a little dining room, make a little dining room and recreation room complex over there. But we're doing remarkably well. I mean, we had a death on the very first day due to a heart attack. So, you know, that did happen, but we're up to a strength of 3 again. It's a little tiny colony trying to keep our way, you know, biding our time until we all die or until Alpha 17 is released. But I'm actually happy with how this first day has gone and how far along we've gotten. But that's all the time I think I have for today. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon.